In this video, I'm going to show you another command that not a lot of people know about, but it's actually really useful because it can bring some interactivity into your command line searches. What I mean is, let me just show this in my terminal. So here I'm logged in onto the training cluster. I'm currently in my home directory. And the tool FZF, it stands for Fuzzy Finder. And by default, it is not installed on the cluster. So it is a tool that you normally install in your own user space. And to activate it on the training cluster, you can use the following command: project shed. So I installed it into this location. And to activate it, you will need to source the following configuration file. And once it's done, the command will actually run for you. So you can actually type FZF. And what it does without any flags, by itself, Fuzzy Finder will give you interactive file search starting from your home directory. So let me show you another example, which hopefully makes more sense. Let's actually go into the TMP data shell folder. And here let's run the find command. Find dot minus name. Actually, let's search for all files. Just list all files in the current directory and all of its subdirectories. So here we have a lot of matches. There are 205 files. Okay, so let's take this search, and instead of piping it into the word counting program, let's pipe it into FZF, the Fuzzy Finder. So here we have these 200 plus lines, and you can actually start doing interactive search on them. For example, you can search for haiku, and here we go, it found haiku. So now, if you press escape, it will just exit everything and you will not get the result. Instead, what you want to do is, when you search for something and you found the match, you press enter, and that search will be printed as standard output onto your screen. So the nice thing is that you can actually use the standard output and either pipe it into a different command or use command substitution. So for example, let's say we want to write a command where we use Fuzzy Finder to search for a file, and then once found, we want to open this file inside of nano. So we're going to type nano, and then nano, to nano we're passing the result of Fuzzy Finder, and I will actually use an option, a flag to Fuzzy Finder, hide 40%, so that instead of taking the entire height of my terminal, it will take only 30% of the height of my terminal. So here we're using Fuzzy Finder to search for files, and then we're gonna, once we select the file interactively inside of a Fuzzy Finder, we're gonna open it with nano. As you can see, now the search is taking only 30% of the total height of the terminal. And let's say we want to do this file. I hit enter, and then the file is open inside the terminal. So in this case, the file doesn't have any lines, so let's just open something else. Let's say ethane.pdb, and here I just open ethane.pdb inside nano. A more useful example I can actually show on my laptop. So here I'm back to my laptop on my MacBook, and I'm going to run the following command. So I will actually copy and paste this, and then I'm going to say, so this will return the ID, the task ID, process ID that I select with Fuzzy Finder. So I'm going to take that and pass it to kill -9 command. Okay, and separately, I will start a browser, for example, Safari. So here I have Safari open on my laptop, and let's actually make my terminal a little bit smaller so that I can show you two windows at the same time. So here's my Safari running in the background, and I run this command, and here I can search for a process, for example, Safari. Let's say I want to kill the Safari application. I just found it. When I press enter, Safari is going to be killed. Another example is you can actually do a more specific search. So let's say I want to search for files inside of my documents folder. So I'm searching for files. Then I'm piping this into Fuzzy Finder, and then I'm taking the result and I'm opening it inside of the Emacs text editor. So let's try that. Let's say I want to search for ParaView, for example. So let's say I have ParaView instructions for compiling ParaView 5.6.1. And then, okay, so Emacs is not found. Let me do, actually, I have an alias E for Emacs. Let me search again for ParaView. Let's say compile nodes, and then they just open inside of my Emacs window on a different screen. So here's the file that I just opened with this command.